is RaHKSHIXELK, and today I'm doing a video on, or a review you could call it, on Stronius and Ackar. So I'm doing a double review, because most of these guys just have a few focal points, and a few good things and a few bad things about them. So I'll go ahead and start off with Ackar. You can go with Stronius. I'll save the best for last. Here's Ackar. He's got a really cool flame sword. It's just like what you would expect of Tahu if he'd come back, you know, in a bigger set this time. But he has this awesome flame sword. It reminds me exactly of Tahu's. It is so cool. He's got, yes, sadly, a recolor mask, but it suits him. It's just, I like the new masks. It feels like we're going back to the Meta era with the sword too, you know, because they recolored, they did recolor and copy the masks for the Matoran and the Toa and the Mata era, except for like Mac or something. Anyways, he's got these, which aren't new shoulder pads, but they look good. His best feature is probably his coloring, because he's got gray hands, which I think of them as like ash, and then he's got a whole fire color scheme of different shades of orange and stuff, and then he also has a little bit of blue on his arms, and a little bit of blue here, which reminds me of like the end of a flame. He's got really good posability, but the way that I see it, he's a little bit taller, but not better than Matanui. He's kind of like Matanui, but his legs aren't as cool as Matanui's are. They're longer, but they're not as cool. And he doesn't have the awesome weapon Matanui has, even though his weapon's probably the best thing about him. His weapon and his color scheme. And then Matanui's just cool in general, but this guy does have more posability in the upper arms. He's a really cool set, and I'd rate him like a 8 or a 9 or something like that. So get him, but don't get him first. In the order of all of them, I'd get Matanui, Kina or Stronius. Let's see who else is there. Galu. This guy. Oh yeah. So I'd get then I'd get Galu, and then I'd probably get Vastus, and then I'd get this guy. So this guy's probably my least favorite out of all of them, but that's just because all the other ones are really cool. Anyway, so that's Ackar. He's like, I think 55 pieces? I don't know, I'll post it on the side when I'm done. Like, you can just lie down over there, Ackar. Okay, now we have Stronius. He's got these really awesome shoulder pads. He's got the same shoulder pad right here, which I don't like that as much, because when he can't do the splits very well. All the Tomachi can do the splits, but Stronius can't do the splits. Because in the Paraka, it's kind of like similar to the Paraka, how they can't sit down very well. Kind of like that. It's not that big of a deal, it just annoys me sometimes. He's got the cool hooky spike things right here. And he's pretty short, but that's just, I just realized that this right now when I was posing him next to Ackar, partially because Ackar's tall. He's got the short leg pieces. He's got these, which are from the Baki, which are also short. And then he's got this. His head is extra low, even though it can go up like this, because he's got a long neck piece like Strack. And the best part about him is his helmet and his club, and actually he's just overall really cool. He looks like a rock. Like, if you've gotten Skrull or Atticus, they've got this rock texture on their masks. He has that same thing like all over his body, because he's got it on his mask, he's got it on his club, and he's got it on these shoulder pads, which are also his chest piece, and he's got these spiky things. He's like a 9.5. He is just so cool. He's awesome. He's not as fun to pose as other ones were. Like, Strack was funner to pose with his axe and stuff, but this is like the first club character with a club, and he's really cool, and He has a really cool name and everything, and I would get him, as I said, either second or third, because I liked Kina a lot too. I'll do a review of her next. But this is RaHKSHIXELK signing out. Please do comments. This was just a quick double review showing you some of the new ones. I'm sure there's people with better ones, but if you're in a hurry, this is a good review to watch. Okay, bye.